Tick, baby. There's that white line confession booth. Lines on the mirror, heart on knee, brain rage, seen you love me, hate me. Same night, same location. We cuss in the car till the daylight blink. You throwing out love while I'm throwing back drink. Jealousy burning in your chest like a back road fire. I'm paranoid as fuck, see demons in a wire. You sitting with a cup trying to level out the shakes. I'm crushing up regret in the $20 flakes. You swear you've been alone, even laying in my bed. Reaching for my hand while I'm reaching for a head. You look like a lifeline, I look like a dare. You just want a home, I just vanish in the air. You've been holding on tight to a suicidal heart, trying to sew up a man that keeps falling apart. You don't need a project, you don't need my pain, but you keep pouring love on a runaway train. Cause I'm high in the back of the club with the sinners.
Good morning from Springfield, Illinois. Get to know me. It's a little brisk outside, so you know what time it is. Time to go grab some Java. Speaking of Java, slide over to my gamer page, Golden Java 007. Might be Golden Java 0079. I think that's what the @ is for it, but my gamer tag's 007. Golden Java 007. Slide over and check out some of those old clips. If I can get my life together enough to get back in front of that Xbox, I think I might still be able to use that gamer tag. But get to know me, come with me this morning. Let's go get warmed up.
Drunk text all at 4:45. I'm no angel either, I'm a caution sign, walking every promise that I made. Got a demon stalking, I don't deserve second chances. I proved that twice. Every kiss come laced with a
Sometimes you gotta push through it like that.
Yourself, is it me, am I wrong? While he treats you soft hard like a throwaway song. But you ain't broken, girl, he just weak as hell. Can't love what he got, so he throws it in a well. And I'm high in the shadows, back blue light. Models all around, but I'm empty all night. So many ghosts on the table, I can't keep count. Every line that I sniff is another lost sound. Have you ever seen your life in a real view? And thinking if I jerk this wheel, all this bullshit ends. If you ever felt that, then you know my mind. I'm married to the madness and these white lines. I'm sipping holy water on a rich ass beach, while I'm chugging cheap liquor where the sirens screech. You looking for a man that can give you peace. Summer storm in a bottle that'll never release. You on Sunday morning, baby, on Saturday night. You want soft, slow loving, I'm a bar fight.
I slept there a few times. I know what that's like. It's actually pretty clean over there. Let's go get some coffee.
Bleed just to prove you're loyal. You don't need his hands just to feel you're royal. While I'm high in the back of the room, losing time, talking to the ceiling and this crooked white line. You deserve a heart that ain't stuck on.
So, back when I was really kind of on one and dealing with my issues, I had a 2000 and something Ford Explorer. Man, and I drove the heck out of that thing. You best believe it. I like to go fast, so that's just kind of how I am. I like to go fast. I like fast things. But so this one time there's these back roads that I like to go down, and I could get my car up to about 120 miles an hour from the starting point of this road down to this bridge that I'd cross over, and I got pretty good at getting to about 120 before I'd get to the bridge. And but this one night, and I'm talking about the grace of God saving my life and the way that he did it in this. I'm going to express this because the song reminded me of it. But so there's this other back road that teetered off of it, and I'd only been down it I think one other time, and it was late. It was like midsummer. So I had just gone out and washed my Taurus up, polished it all the way down to the wheels, door frame, door jambs, the framing around the engine, detailed that thing just as clean as I could get it. And it was in good condition for the year that it was. So dealing with my issues and stuff, I was sleeping out of it. And I was parked up at the YMCA in Clinton, Illinois. I was sleeping in that parking lot out of my Oak Girl. I called my Ford Taurus Oak Girl. So I had my seat leaned back in Oak Girl, all polished up under the neon street lights, is the dim color of them. Feeling some type of way, and something was telling me to just stay chilling, to not get up and go do anything. But I wasn't listening to the intuition of God speaking to me this night. So my car's all detailed up and I didn't have much to do, but I had a bunch of gas in it and stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take one more ride before I fall asleep for the night. I'm gonna go up on this back road and I'm gonna get the car up to about 120, and I'm gonna come back and park it and lay down for the night and call it good. Well, I didn't listen to my intuition about the street, so I ended up taking this other street that I'm talking about, and I got going down the street. I got my car up to probably 60 or 70 miles an hour. Right at the moment that I couldn't remind myself if the turn was coming up that I was thinking of, it was a left-hand turn, and it was almost a 90-degree turn. Kind of shivering. It's kind of brisk today. It was almost a 90-degree turn. And at the moment that I'm thinking about this turn coming up, and if I could remember, guess what happened? 3 mid-season doe jump out of the ditch at me. Probably, I want to say maybe 200 or 300 yards before this turn comes up at 70 miles an hour. And I had to lock on the brakes and swerve out the way, and I ended up clipping one of these deer, knocked my headlight out, bent my hood up, and I had to get on the brakes right away about it. That was God saving my life that night. And I won't give anything any other credit than Christ in saving my life in the way he did it that night, because the timing of everything was just on point and spectacular with it. If those 3 deer hadn't popped up out of that ditch, I would have probably been at 100 by the time I got to where that turn left, and it would have been all trees and dander for me. So that's why, and that reminds me, that's why when I get my license this time and I get into another vehicle, I'm going to drive it respectfully. I'm going to watch this and remind myself about those moments, because sometimes I have a tendency to get in a hurry in my life and take things like that for granted, which I'm learning later on in life is to slow my roll and just breathe, get on the bus. But that song reminded me of that story, and I'm not going to give anything any other credit than Christ in that, because he deserves all the glory to God in that moment. But I'm headed downtown to go get something for locker, and then I'm going to be back on. But there's a little story. I kind of told it in a hurry, but let's have a good day. So that's about how long it took for me to get through the day before my anxiety or whatever it is that starts messing with my mind starts to really irritate me. What time is it? So about 10:10. I might grab an early lunch. I made it back down here downtown. Well, not back down here. This is my first time downtown today. Made it down here. County Market. I'm gonna grab some snacks. I might grab an early lunch. There's particular things that I like to eat on my days that I take rest from lifting, kind of in the routine of stuff. My mood changed up. I'm not really in a good mood. I'm gonna try to put myself back in a good mood. I started getting irritated. But we made it down here to County Market for snacks. Well, I should say treats. We're gonna call it treats. Insert All right, I made it in here to County Market and I got a treat for Locker, so he should be, my Locker will be happy. It's not a he, it's a Locker. I also got my recovery meal for on my days that I like to take my rest day from lifting, because this is still about fitness journey. I'm working on the squirrely business. My mood is kind of fluctuating back to calm. I'm not a cheater, insert. It's fine though. We'll struggle with that. I'll be back on.
Like that dope. You don't need another night of them lying to your face, saying, baby, I'ma change with the same old taste. You deserve back row stars in a sober sky, not a drunk text call at 4:45. I'm no angel either, I'm a caution sign walking. Every promise that I made got a demon stalking. I don't deserve second chances, I proved that twice. Every kiss come laced with addiction and vice. You keep asking yourself, is it me, am I wrong? While he treats you soft hard like a throwaway song. But you ain't broken, girl, he just weak as hell. Can't love what he got, so he throws it in a well. And I'm